Hello everybody, welcome to On the 한마디. Today's expression, my name is Francois. My name's Shane. How you doing? I hope that your Friday is going well. TGIF, thank God it is Friday. It's Friday, April the 23rd, 2010. I have to say the date because I want to remember how much hair I have and on what date. Great expression today. In Korean, you say 명심할게. 명심할게. 오, 명심할게. 명심할게. 기억해야 되겠다. 예. I'll write that down. I have to remember that. I will remember that. There's another very, very good expression. Are you ready? I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Let me write it down for you. I'll keep that in mind. Well, you don't need an exclamation point, period. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Pronunciation. Remember, it's very short. I'll is perfect. I'll. But usually we just say I'll. And in Korean, if I write it in Korean, it's basically with an L. I'll. I'll keep that. P bottom. Keep that? No. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that in. Keep that in. It sounds like a D sound. Keep that in. Keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I'll remember that. That's a good point. I will remember that, and next time, 뭐뭐 그대로 할 거야. I'll use that in the future. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. So, if you are giving advice, A-D-V-I-C-E, if you're giving advice to someone, and they like your advice, they will say, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I always give you pronunciation tips, right? 발음 팁 많이 주죠. And I want you to remember that. You get 나중에 the next time you see this word I'll, remember, keep it in mind. I'll. Keep it in mind. I'll. Most Americans, and I think British and Australians and Canadians and New Zealanders and whatnot, I'm sure most foreigners, native English speakers, are not going to say I'll. They probably will say I'll. Something more similar to that. So keep that in mind, especially in America. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Good expression. Very simple dialogue. 면접, job interview is the situation. You ready? Don't forget, never say no at the interview, okay? I'll keep that in mind. Oh, and put on your cleanest suit, too. Got it. Thanks. Pretty easy dialogue. This guy is giving advice to this guy. This guy has a job interview, so he's nervous about the job interview. And this guy says, don't forget, 잊지 말아라. Don't forget, remember. It means remember, right? Remember, never say no, N-O, at the interview, okay? It's good advice. Interview, 면접할 때, no. Don't use the word no. There's always a different way to say no, okay? Can you start tomorrow? No. Don't say that. Can you start tomorrow? Well, 그렇게 하세요. Can you start tomorrow? I must give my boss notice, so I think a week later would be easier. That's a better way to say no. Do you understand? Is 20 million won a year a good salary for you? No. You don't want to say that. You say 20 million won a year. Well, that's not a horrible salary, but my current job pays me 25 million won. Something like that. I don't know. You have to figure that out for yourself. But it's good advice. Never say no at the interview. Okay? Because 듣는 친구, the guy who's listening, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. When I'm at the interview, I'll try and remember Don't say no. Say something else. Oh, and put on your cleanest suit too. Cleanest suit. 제일 깨끗한 양복. Put on, wear, put on your cleanest suit. I'm spitting all over the place. Put on your cleanest suit too. Don't forget to put on your cleanest suit. Remember to wear your cleanest suit. Put on your cleanest suit. Got it. Thanks. 알겠사옵나이다. 고맙사움. There you go. Pretty simple dialogue. I'll keep that in mind. Whenever I give you guys a pronunciation point, I want you to keep that in mind. In Korean, 명심할게. 어허허. That's French. I'll keep that in mind. So this. I'll keep that in mind. 하하. 그렇군. I'll keep that in mind. 야, sacré bleu. I'll keep that in mind. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.